I'm Brad.
And we're 626 Ohana, California. We'd love to have you like and subscribe and follow along with our Ohana.
So, we got to do something quite amazing and exciting today, and something that even the press hasn't seen yet.
And they won't until Tuesday. We got to see Aladdin, the live version, today.
This is something, being a Disney Vacation Club member and being on one of the Disney Vacation Club member cruises, that you kind of get as a perk. You get to see unreleased movies.
Yeah, before it comes out. And it was really exciting, and it was kind of a nice perk. But we also want to share with you our opinions. We're not sponsored, we're not paid. This is just us being Disney fans with you.
Yeah, and so this is just what we saw. It's great. And hopefully you'll be able to see this a day later than what we saw it, and you'll be seeing these before our cruise videos that'll be coming out, but you'll see all those videos of what we've done here.
And so it's coming out to theaters on May 24th.
Yeah, and so as far as the movie goes, it's great. It is quite different from the 1992 original anime classic of Aladdin, but those differences, if you're not a purist and you go into it with an open mind, this is a great movie.
It is, but it's really hard to compare, so I'm going to jump in straight away with Will Smith as a genie, because that's the big question mark. You cannot fill Robin Williams' shoes. You can't. I'm sorry. But Will Smith brought his own charisma and personality to the role. He
was trying to bring his own personality to this. Wasn't trying to be Robin Williams, which you can't do.
No, but he did a really good job, and there's even a little love storyline for him.
Yeah, the genie had a nice, interesting storyline this time, and a lot different from the original. And it's something that you really have to watch for, but you don't have to watch for it, but it's great addition to the story.
And he also brought his own style of music into it versus the fun, playful Robin Williams. It's more of a Will Smith style scene.
Yeah, and you'll still have the classics in there, but some of them have been reimagined and tweaked.
Yeah, and there's new songs, so we'll talk about Jasmine, who sings these new songs.
Yeah, she has a brand new song towards the end of the movie, which is great.
And it's played by Naomi Scott, and she has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, I think they actually made a good choice for her.
Yeah.
She doesn't, and again, these characters, none of them are gonna look exactly like what you remember.
Yeah, I think some of the characteristics or personality, I think maybe wasn't the best fit for Jasmine, but as far as voice, things like that, she's amazing.
And then Jasmine has changed a little bit as well, as a sign of the times. It's changed.
She's taken more of a female empowerment.
Yeah, she's a lot stronger role this time than last time. And she's not saying in '92 she didn't have a strong role,
but it's even more so.
And it's not overpowering either.
No, but it's definitely her putting her foot forward and saying, "This is what I want," and try to take control and be more powerful.
But also realizing that you're in that world of that time there, women didn't have that power.
Yeah. So that was a surprising little twist.
Yes.
And so next we'll talk about Aladdin.
Aladdin, yeah. And he was, if you look at the character, he's nothing like what you would imagine for the character.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't see it, but that maybe Kim did.
Mena Massoud, he played Aladdin, and he was charming. And it would be really hard not to like him as Aladdin. I think he was cast really well.
Yeah, I know he had a very good character. It's just for some reason he didn't remind me of Aladdin in his way. But again, we're going back to the original cartoons. Remember watching the cartoon, and that's a hard part about this.
I think everybody will, and that's just human nature.
Yeah. But he did a very good job. He was very fun. Of course, Abu showed up. It's still a monkey.
And Rajan, but they have that animalistic characteristics. It's realistic. Well, Abu is more computer animated.
Yeah, they're more computerized. Raja definitely seemed a little more computerized, but it's still great to see.
I thought Rajan seemed more realistic.
Oh, they're both fun.
Yeah, they're great. And next, probably we could talk about they gave Princess Jasmine, a handmaid.
Yeah, and with an interesting storyline and this is another great twist into this whole plot.
And that was played by Nasim Pedrad, and she was good.
Great, she was good.
She
was fun. She made this whole new storyline work really well.
She had a lot of personality. I like that.
And I can't say enough that they added her into it. And then Jafar.
Jafar was Marwan Kenzari. And he was good. He was dark.
He reminded you of Jafar.
Yeah. Spooky.
Yeah. And he was a great choice for that role.
He was. I just can't say enough. And then they had a character named Prince Anders, who was kind of a suitor of Jasmine's before, played by Billy Magnussen. And he was funny.
Yeah, he showed up a couple times, but it was more of the comical put into there.
Right. So that was fun.
And
then I think the big for me would have been the Sultan.
The Sultan was, it was a little different.
Yeah, it was played by Negahban. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had to put the camera in front of me to look at. I'm sure I mispronounced. So I'm sorry. But he was good.
He seemed to have more of a role too.
But it's not that like in the cartoon Aladdin where it's not as endearing and jolly.
Yeah, he's not that kind of goofy, out of Sultan. He's a little bit more in control of Sultan and knows what's going on. So that's the way I would put it.
Exactly. And also one of the really nice things about this film is the sets, to me, were really beautiful and colorful.
Yes.
As were the costumes were amazing. I love the colors.
Yeah, and it really was a good story. And if you can let yourself go and enjoy the new storyline, you'll really enjoy it.
And
it was well done.
It was. And I was a little confused at the very few minutes of the movie, but it got tied in at the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because even at the very beginning, you're like, oh, I'm expecting this, and it didn't happen.
Exactly. So it's really hard because you're used to that traditional. I think they did a good job. There's always going to be the sentimental. Yeah,
and it's hard. If you saw Beauty and the Beast, you had a little bit of a story change there. There, and this is a little bit more change, and they had to change it, in my opinion, to make it work right.
I like the way they did it. I think Disney did a really good job, and Guy Ritchie, who directed it, did a good job. So I think overall, it's worth it. Go see it, enjoy it. It's a different version. There is room for different adaptations in film, and I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah, I think so, and definitely go see it if you're a fan of any Disney movies or you're a fan of the Beauty and Beast, the live action movies that are coming out. Definitely go see it. It's really worth it.
It is. So with that being said, we're going to say goodnight. Oh, please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along with our Ohana.
And so with that, we'll say...
Find your magic.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.